So when you begin a case, you need to have a conversation with the client, or I need to have a conversation with the client about what their assets are. Do you have assets that you had in place before you got married? Have you acquired them since you've gotten married from a will or devise or inheritance or a gift from a non-party? So, for example, gifts between parties are not non-marital property. So I can't give my husband a watch and then he can claim it as a non-marital property. So that kind of is the basic explanation of that. But anything, I mean, there's a presumption in place in Minnesota that all property is marital. And so if you have a non-marital property claim, it is really important that you identify what it is and begin the process to trace it. Sometimes property is convoluted. It can be a part of a business ownership issue. It can be part of a retirement account. It can be part of a farm or a home where you put money down on the purchase of the house before you get married and it's from a non-marital source. That's non-marital, and you want to preserve that because non-marital assets actually increase over time. So they are just not stagnant creatures. So if you put $10,000 in a house and the value of your house goes up, the value of your $10,000 non-marital deposit into that house is going to go up as well. So it's important. This is not, I mean, you can decide you're not going to do it, but mostly it's something that's worthwhile doing. And then marital property is really everything else. But you also want to be complete. You need to know which party has what. And there's concerns sometimes that parties are hiding information or hiding assets. I had a case a few years ago where we were looking at bank accounts and magically $50,000 was gone, and we determined that it had been deposited in a girlfriend's account in New York, and so we were able to get that back. But you can't just lollygag. You really do need to take a look at what's going on and make sure that you're being thorough in your investigation and your review. That does often involve a lot of discovery, which is mostly done informally in Minnesota, but the process is also more formal if you're concerned about the veracity of the client or the truthfulness of the client, because you get formal discovery under oath, which is valuable in court. But you also have to consider how costly this is, and so you're weighing the situation each time.